You still wear this. You're still here. You died in Chicago. The same night I died. This cannot be.
I've been alive since many, many years, and I doubt that you saw me before in your life. I am the seneschal Lady Katherine Arrow. You never met me before.
Not Katerina.
No.
Or are
I'm
you?
not her.
Are you? Look the same. The ring. You know Nikki. Our girl. You remember her, don't you?
I don't have children. I've been in Britain when I was just 20. And I am a kindred since then. And I've never been in Chicago. I don't know, probably your mind is tricking you.
He's an
But I don't know you.
Sorry, Grandpa,
Apparently.
is this a common occurrence? In the Camarilla territory?
I don't pay no attention to their dialogues. Just the head hurts. It's like it has nails in it.
I suggest you
shake
to
my
calm
head.
yourself.
I shake my head
Nothing
and I look at
changes.
her again.
Nothing changes. No matter how many
Same
times you shake your
face.
head. It's... If not the words, if not the tone, if not the everything surrounding, if not the ring, well, your memory been unclouded. You got my point. Your memory was clouded, and you remind yourself. So you can say those are fresh memories. She even does smell the same.
Please let me get up.
I
Samuel,
loosen my
Rose,
hold.
do you release?
I loosen my hold but stay close.
I look around, trying to find a stake just in case.
You have one in your sleeve. Not a problem.
I stand up and slowly approach her.
Mm-hmm.
You look the same. You sound the same. You smell the same. Don't you remember me?
I'm not the person you are talking about. Probably it's just your pain or whatever that is making you sure of that, but I'm not.
Your name?
Katherine.
Katherine.
A pretty common name, I suppose.
Where are you from? Where you were born?
England?
Do I get that correct, Katherine? Does Seneschal just justify himself and giving you the personal details to the stranger?
No, but I'm pretty much confused. Yes, I know, but it's a little odd situation. But of course you are right.
You're not from Greece?
If I tell you that I'm not the person you are looking for, or the person I resemble, you can believe me. Because I'm not her, whoever she is or was. I just wanted to be sure that all the decoder is alright, since it was my order to save you. And apparently you are.
Thank you.
Now probably... You're welcome. I think it's time for me to leave at this point.
Honestly, despite what has just transpired, I would like you to stay. It would be beneficial for the situation that you're currently in. Although, Dr. Giorgos,
Yes.
I would like you to take your time, and I understand that this situation that you're in is taking a toll on your emotions, so I would like you to take your time in another room and recollect yourself, mentally
Thank
and
you.
emotionally. Go rest.
You
You have
can-
been through it.
You came to check out if we are alright. Well, apparently not all of us are alright. If you excuse me for a moment. Fyodora, nice to have you back. And I walk outside of the room.
A building or the room?
The room.
You went to be alone with your mind, which is the smartest and the stupidest idea you could ever have at the same time. Regarding the rest, I suppose you sat down in a little. Samuel, as a reminder, your laptop is in pieces. Not the only one that you got. Yet you need to
Does
take
it
the
have-
data from it.
I take the pieces and place it on my desk and try to see if the hard drive is intact or at least salvageable.
That's in your skills. No worries. But-
I take some. Yeah.
Sorry?
What you were saying?
No, continue. Don't worry.
I try and see if the disk on the hard drive is intact, and then I try to replace that particular part on another laptop, which essentially would create kind of copy.
Sure, not a problem. You mingle with some lab IT stuff, not a problem. Preload it to the different one. In the meantime, while he's doing that, what are you doing, guys?
Well, I'll greet Dr. Reich in general manner. I can't walk up, so I just sit there. Like that. Oh, hello there, Hermione. Ooh, I see you're studying. We have a book. That's good. That's good. We get more points for Gryffindor.
Drummer, I appreciate your really genius idea to lighten the situation, but we need to focus.
That
It's
is
also
true.
nice to see you, though. It's nice to see all of you.
Any news of
I
Malik?
haven't heard of him at all. I mean, we sent Kevin, of all people. I wasn't really expecting much.
Yeah, Kevin told me that Malik was nowhere to be found, so...
Kevin
I
is
don't
right.
know. Yes,
don't
Kevin
worry.
is alright.
Although he's sturdy, his mannerisms can be a little off-putting sometimes, so I do tend to worry about it. Now, as we were saying before we were interrupted, the brief summary of the situation is this. The pottery were in their warehouse, where they were released by Kevin, escaped the situation after having been drained of their blood with vitae, and after sustaining some, although not life-threatening, definitely intense injuries, I brought them into, well, here. I hope that you can understand that the local authorities have, and the media have learned of what has transpired This was not something I could stop, but I could definitely handle some of the leaks and some information.
I believe the sheriff is taking care of the situation there.
There were some a good amount of kindred lost, but the damage on the Legion was, well, still strong.
What I don't understand is sorry, continue, please.
No, please do.
I don't understand why a group of hunters should just keep vampires there without destroying them. What's the point here? What's happened?
Well, here's the thing though, right? If they're going to go after vampires, the humans will have issues, won't they? But if they're pumped up with our blood, well, then that's a different scenario entirely.
A strong possibility, although not the only one, John. Think about it. Hunters do act on limited resources. They do not have access to organization and military the way that kindred society does. So they're a way to get this kind of support, which will be necessary for their cause to keep progressing, would be to out us, to make sure that we make a spectacle out of ourselves, to draw attention to us. Which, thankfully, through my presence here, I have averted. I still cannot guess what kind of plans they will have for the future, for this kind of situation. They would probably try to make aware the public about our true nature, which is something that everyone here would like to avoid.
Sure. And there is another problem, apparently. A certain Mr. Brooke, of the Ventro clan, is frenzying in the streets without being able to stop, even if they feed. And if feed often.
What?
Oh, so he didn't die. That's good to hear then. I thought the vampire hunters were going to get him. But he got through them.
Sorry, Drummer, out of sheer curiosity, you had a rather important Ventru person released.
Oh yeah.
And you decided to skip that detail.
I may have forgotten about that.
Damn us. I go at the laptop and try to see the news of the wild man running in the streets.
You mean you go through the facial recognition system?
Facial recognition, whatever.
You copy the picture from his ID from the hospital.
Yeah.
Dr. Herman Brooks, General Med in JR Hospital, Blood Bank Director of Oxford Share.
I try to see how much of his information has been public, has been leaked.
Multiple pictures on social media, multiple videos on social media like YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever. That plenty of comments. Few people recognize him. Family ashamed. Articles in development on portals, in newspapers. Nation television, international television, satellite television. One speaker is talking about it as you searching live. They consider him on drugs. The word vampire or blood or killing wasn't involved. Somebody starts to clear that already. So
Who did that?
You have no idea.
Can I search for them?
You can. At the moment, what television is presenting is a madman or doctor on drugs on the streets of Oxford. indecent presence, police trying to catch him.
Failing?
Nobody know where he is mentally unstable. And you found an interview with the doctor, well-known Dr. Giorgos Dimakopoulos, on the TV right now.
But I opened the interview to see what they say.
And the interview, and the journalist is asking the questions, and the Dr. Giorgos Dimakopoulos, a man on about 30, 40 years old, a sign labeled by the TV like Dr. Giorgos Dimakopoulos, well-known scientist in psychiatry, is from Chicago, is telling about the psychosis, possible psychosis. The gentlemen have a beard, mustache, black hairs. It is different than Giorgos that is next to you. You cannot assume that they are the same person.
But
the gentleman does have a suspensors and a white shirt, and he's holding the suspensor while he's talking about the possible psychosis or maybe a new drugs that are causing this chaotic reaction.
it's a good lookalike, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's a lookalike, like a doppelganger, if you will.
No.
It's someone that does he look like our Giorgos?
They are similar, they're not doppelgangers. You would say those are two people with the same style. It's like, does every single metalhead look the same? No. They look like a psychiatrist professor. Both. But nothing more. Nationality might be the same. That's another thing. The name is definitely the same. But after googling that and going through your sacred services, you can find it that all of the IDs and driving licenses and everything named for Giorgos Dimakopoulos exist for the other gentleman, but not for this one sitting next to you. Every file of Giorgos Dimakopoulos, psychiatrist doctor, got the face of the person in the TV, not of the person who's next to you. Yes.
Do I happen to catch ear of any of this?
No, you're not in the
Because in the meantime, I have gone to the bathroom and just trying to double check my senses because I'm like, I doubt my.
Of course, no, you do not hear any of it.
Okay. I will get back to the room.
Sure. Well, none of you could not stare at Giorgos when he came down to the living room. You automatically pause the video.
I close the video.
What did I do again?
Who is going to tell him?
Well, you started talking, so why don't you, to be honest?
First and foremost, why are you looking at me like that?
Georgie.
Second, why are you looking at me like that, and what are you supposed to tell me?
You might want to see this, Georgie.
Show me.
Please. Sit down.
And you saw some fucker assign us you.
I will not sit. I will just rest my hands over the shoulders of the sitting drummer, like.
Mm-hmm. So you see some kind of a fucker that's got good style and neat beard, claiming to be Dr. Giorgos Dimakopoulos from Chicago.
Wait. This one is not me. That's a given. But under what context? Under what context does a guy show up in the TV?
It's claiming about the psychosis or possible new drugs that are in the system of UK causing a famous doctor to causing chaos on the streets.
Do I get the idea about who's that guy and the
Yes.
general context?
Yes, you saw the images. And in fact, your diagnosis, if you would decline the supernatural event, would be exactly the same.
Yeah. I mean, they nailed that part, but who the fuck let this fucker run wild on the streets?
That's a good question, actually.
You guys, find that there is Mr. Brook, and you, or your coterie, freed him. Because that is a member of the Ventrue clan.
I don't remember seeing this guy in the first place.
So it's
Good
I
drama.
did not.
Someone could explain, so who freed this?
I point to drummer.
Oh,
I looked down at the
told me to.
drummer and gently but firmly squeezed his shoulders.
Care to explain,
Yes.
Herr Drummer?
Yes,
Thank you
please.
for the massage. I appreciate it, but no need to do it so firmly.
I just tightened my grip. I don't care if I hurt him.
Samuel, do you allow that?
Although I look extremely angry at Drummer. Giorgos, that's enough. There will be no violence here.
Yeah, of course not. And I loosen up. Keep talking.
Well, I personally thought that him being alive was a good thing, rather than him dying to everybody else in that building.
White humanitarian.
I think what this Drummer is trying to say, and failing to do so, is that in the short term it seemed like a good idea. In the long term it proved to be disaster.
Well, we needed a distraction to get out. That was one thing. And, well, he was really hungry. And he was helping
close
out
to-
doing.
He was pretty much. He was more or less a corpse when we found him.
Ding dong.
Basically rotting.
Ding dong.
He was a...
Is that anyone going to pick
Hear
that up?
that?
Shh. What was that?
Doorbell.
I look at the CCTV.
See a young woman with a backpack, maybe 18 years old, in a fleek jacket, loose trousers, some sports shoes. She's chewing gum. She looked at your camera, and that was the moment that your camera went down. Black. Your watch does not respond.
We have to go. Now.
Another doorbell.
We need to get the fuck out of here right now. I'm not risking it. I take Drummer on my... Well,
Again.
Show us
We're
the
not
way
s-
out then.
is there a back door?
You got tunnels.
Flash?
Yeah, of course.
I take the laptop and anything that could be of importance, and even the stuff that would prove that I was here.
No, that's too much time of cleaning, man.
Okay, then the basics: information, flash drives, anything of electronic device.
He starts
And
to clean what
my-
everyone else is doing, please. Yes, Mark. Giuseppe, what are you doing?
We get a look at the girl.
You get into the front.
Did we get to see what she looked like?
Not through the watch of Samuel, no.
Does it have a picky eye?
Yes.
On the door?
Any blood bags about?
The girl waved to you when you picked for the dogs. She's
Oh, does she
definitely
look
not a
like-
kindred.
Definitely not. She's a breather. Who's that? Samuel,
Find
who's
out.
that girl?
Samuel
have
is
no
running
idea.
and cleaning and collecting flash drives and discs and guns and wiping the fingerprints from the glass that he had.
While I'm doing
Okay.
that, I have no idea who that is. She looked at the camera and everything went black. I'm not risking this. We just fought the Legion. This place is probably compromised. And if you think that I'm slightly paranoid, well, it kept me alive. Now, we need to move.
Rose,
Sounds
what are you
like
doing?
glitches.
I'm gonna go and retrieve, if you've been told to leave, I'm gonna try and retrieve some blood bags for the group.
Mm-hmm.
Seems a shame to leave him here.
Theo.
I'm just going to stand by Giorgos. Giorgos.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay by him
Mhm.
and watch him in case he goes crazy again.
Katherine.
I stand up from the chair and I really stay away from Giorgos. Like, keeping him under sight, you know?
Sure. You making
Does
sure
he-
that Theo
does
is
he
always
still
between
look
you and
the
him,
same?
yeah? You making sure that Theo is always between you and him.
Not necessary, but just I stay like 5, 6, 7 steps away from him.
Alright. Giuseppe?
Does he still look the same?
Of course.
I'm gonna go behind Giorgos and say, "Does she got Girl Scout cookies?"
I don't know about cookies. I feel like a cookie myself right now.
Samuel.
Theo, can you do me like a favor?
You received a text message from unknown, unidentified, restricted number.
Me?
Mhm.
While I do that, I take a look.
Can G came out and play? Question mark.
Ken?
Can G came out and play? Question mark.
What does it mean exactly? But do I understand what that's...
Do we happen to?
If he read that out loud, then yes. That's up to him.
I did read that out loud. Does anyone knows what that means?
Oh, hang on. I got this. I opened the door.
You see Luan.
Hey, girl.
She
I give her a hug.
ramped into your arms and hug you. She's way much more smaller than you are. And all of you saw a teenager jumping on a giant Masquerade, hugging him like best friends ever. They even made a twist around. Then, whoa, I'm gonna get sick. Put me down, please. She started looking at the place. Like, you know, everything. Gee, you got a house? She walked in and she saw all of you in, at least, I suppose, defensive positions.
Yeah.
Gee,
Mhm.
those your friends or not?
They're cool. They're all right. It's fine. It's cool.
How you doing, people? Well,
What up?
people.
Care to introduce us, Mr. Giuseppe?
That's my homeboy. I'm Luan.
Okay. Well, your homeboy next time give us a warning before some of us get a heart attack.
I nudge him. At this point, like
G.
with this holder.
Can 2551678P45 can have a heart attack? Well, that was the moment that you nearly get a heart attack, as she just quoted your insurance number. Which, at the very best, is top secret. Governmental secret. G. Can he have the heart attack? Can you have the heart attack?
He's got a pacemaker, it's fine.
Cool.
How the fuck do you know this number?
I Google.
No, you don't. That
Yeah, I
was
do.
beyond you googling. How the fuck do you know this number? I'm not going to repeat myself twice.
He's your worst
You already
nightmare.
did, man. Take a chill pill, bro.
Exactly.
Hey,
Seriously?
G.
Damn. Is he one of those ancients? Are you ancient? Are you like, you know, Ramses and all those kind of guys? You know what I'm saying?
Third nephew twice removed.
Wow, shit.
You're the
Gee.
mage, right?
I am what?
The mage.
The mage. Very harsh.
Someone told me that Giuseppe is very well connected. Now I understand why.
He's G from my neighborhood, yo.
Hmm.
Wait, Hermione, do you spend time with her then? You know,
I think it's best if you don't speak, Mr. Drummer.
I feel my IQ
Yeah.
dropping by the second.
Do I interrupt something? Should I come later?
The damage is done. Stay here, close the door. And how the fuck did you disable every electronic device here?
Natural talent.
By smiling?
Natural pain in my ass. How the fuck do I try to see if I can restart the laptops and my technology.
Sure.
Get it right up and running again. Do me a favor. Never do that again here.
Sure thing. Cute face.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you.
Okay.
Also, small correction. This is not G's house. Well, right now consider me your host.
Okay, Mr. Tate. Okay, sorry.
oh, that's not the king of the Vale.
That's not what?
Mm.
The house belongs to Mr. Tate. Malcolm Tate.
Hmm.
So I suppose that's
King of the
Malcolm Tate. No.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay, never
Not
mind.
you.
I didn't dig too much. I didn't care. Gee, we need to talk yo. There's a serious shit hitting on.
Looks
Go ahead.
like Samuel from
Go ahead,
here
Jake.
is our B&B host. Oh, well.
Do you think we can talk
I don't
aside?
You really think so, sure.
And those guys not gonna listen?
If it concerns them, they might need to.
Look, mademoiselle, what was your name again?
Luan.
Lohan. As you may have figured out, we are also in. Everyone here is in some serious shit, or at least involved in it. So, G trusts us. So I think you should do the same. Well, with some exceptions.
I would like to test your charisma when you're saying that.
Okay. Charisma plus.
Empathy?
Okay. Charisma, empathy. Let me just. Wait, charisma, empathy, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot find empathy for some reason.
You can test for the subterfuge.
Okay, 4. Dice pool is 4.
2 successes.
Okay.
She looked at Giuseppe, like searching for the confirmation of what he said.
If it concerns them, then they might need to hear this.
Alright. She sat down on a sofa. So, when you ask me to dig with this money issues and all that kind of shit, you know, about these Russian guys that your friends owe money and all that kind of stuff, I'd start digging.
Dimitri?
Perhaps I didn't check the names. I just looked for the import, export, moving of the goods and all that kind of stuff, and all the money that they covered, and I realized that they stopped at the flow of the money. So I digged in and I checked in, and it turns out they all disappeared. Not like dead disappeared or whatever. So I digged some more and I came across the fact that they are all sacrificed. I suppose that's the best way to say it. I found it Pepes. She threw at Samuel the USB port. The traces of hiding missing people reports. And I get some calls to some friends that know better and all that kind of shit, more like fluent with that crap. And it came out that they are sacrificed on an Effandi's altar to feed the spirit. So I make some more calls and whatever, and by the way, Julian says, how you doing, mate? He missed you so much. Neighborhood is not the same without you, man. They're still bullying him at school, can you believe that? This way or another, I went to like 27 years ago when we lost it, and I got it back. She took out a piece of knife. We stole it from those, how you call them? Werewolves. That's how you call them. That shit can hurt the Nefandi.
This is useful.
This is what G's
Where's
paying
him?
me for. Huh? To the storyteller or to the... Are you saying that?
To the storyteller.
Of course. What was that?
Practically, I got a frenzy. So that means I can use the second power of the Auspex at this point.
Yes. It is activated.
I would like to have a look at this. And Theodora, you might need to inspect this as well later. But I can do it right now. If you're fine with it.
And what you want to do?
I want
Put your
to
definition
use...
in words.
I want to take the item in my hand and activate premonition.
Oh. Whatever I'm going to describe now, it's visible only for Giorgos and the drummer.
And the drummer.
As Giorgos holds the knife, the walls become black. They covered in darkness. They covered in abyss. A person of Katherine moved to the far distance and become a soul you rose on the cemetery. Theodora become distant from the other side, and a part of her doesn't remind her anymore. She is like Two-Face, when on one side she's normal, on the other she is her mother. Samuel become distant when far away and clothed himself in a coffin of nails, pain and blood. Giuseppe become distant and crucified on a hill. Rose did not become distant. She approached you. She took the knife from your hand and she started to stabbing you multiple times until you choke out the moth from your mouth. End of a vision.
And it comes to an end.
Yeah, everything become normal again.
Okay. Alright. I snap back. I might need to restate the obvious, but we are in some trouble.
Anyway, like I was saying, you know, Julian needs Nefandi to get... You know what I'm saying, man, yeah? G?
I know what you're saying.
I'm not talking to you, bloodsucker.
The butterflies are souls, and the moths are sacrifices. Isolate.
So, if you're not talking to him, to whom you are talking?
To G, my man.
Okay.
By the way, hey, kid, you want a Coke or something?
Sure, why not? Thank you.
All right. Look over at Samuel. It's like a Coke. But yeah, Sammy, a Coke for the kid.
Yeah. There is some food on the fridge.
Yeah, sure, cool. I go get one.
Yeah, no worries. Take whatever you want. No alcohol for the kid, though.
Everyone who is in hunger 3 or above, please raise your hand. Katherine, you're next to the human being while being hungry.
My God. Yes?
Let's test how hungry you actually are.
3.
One success and one bestial failure.
Okay.
The beast starts rising in you. The moment she pull her heads up and expose veins on the neck while resting on the sofa, your slow motion went through her pumping heart. You are hungry, and she's here. I mean,
Am I noticing this?
you went into the kitchen to grab a Coke.
What about everyone else?
Everyone else, well, Rose definitely saw that. And Theo, because they were next. Yes.
I chuck a couple of blood bags over at Lady Katherine.
Mm-hmm.
After witnessing how she's been, I'm like, nope. Looks like you could do with these.
Thank you. I open one and I start to drink deeply until the end.
Giuseppe, you
I
came
look
back
at
with
Rogue.
Coke.
I look at Rose. Beautiful and quick-witted.
You came back with Coke. You could see disappointment on Luan's face when you gave her a Coca-Cola. All the dates people, eh? Some shit never change, yo. Thank you. Thank you,
Luan.
Uncle G. Sorry.
Kid.
Want to make some cash?
Are you offering me money?
Then what else would you ask of me?
She done a gesture like that. You received a text message. Your bank account is empty. Thank you for the Coke, though. Next time, maybe move your
Okay.
own ass for it.